Okay, so that's strange. Is it 6 o'clock yet?
Somewhat.
I have 5:56.
You remind me when Vince comes up to put his little name tag, so he knows it's Vince Budiak.
Just tell him to read his name and address into the record.
He doesn't want people in Vernon to know where he lives anymore.
You could have put him up here.
Vince, you want to come up here?
I haven't been there in a long time.
Well, I don't want you to feel sad. I got it right here. See where? No, here's Vince.
Is it?
You just hold on your lap.
Is that your lipstick?
Yes, that's my lipstick. You want to know what shade of red that is?
Yes. We are law.
Bought it on the streets of Vegas.
What goes on in Vernon stays in Vernon?
Stays in Vernon, exactly.
Guys, you know any plumbers out in the Commonwealth area? Yeah, sure. We can't. Well, we've got one guy to come out and spend almost a month and still hasn't given us a bid. Not so busy. Everybody's busy. I got a couple of bids.
I'm all set. We're on YouTube Live.
Commissioners, are you ready? I got 6 o'clock. Might be a minute before, but we're going to start. Town of Vernon Plan Commission meeting for Wednesday, September 13th, 2017, 6 p.m. will come to order. All rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Chairman Thomas Byrd.
Present.
Supervisor Jeff Millies.
Present.
Commissioner Merle Wagner.
Present.
Commissioner Megan Johnson. Supervisor Commissioner Bill Craig.
Present.
Planner Jamie Robarczyk.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, there is a quorum of your town board and a quorum of your plan commission present.
Thank you. Open meetings all compliance.
Mr. Chairman, the agenda was posted inside and outside the Vernon Town Hall, to the Town of Vernon website, to the media, to other entities within the Town of Vernon. You're on full compliance with the open meetings law.
Thank you. Item 4, miscellaneous matters. The following matters will be discussed and possible action taken by the Town of Vernon Plan Commission unless otherwise noted. Item A, accessory building request for Charlie Jones located at West 262 South 8630 Oakdale Drive, Waukesha, to construct a 60 by 80 accessory building. Mr. Robarczyk.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The petitioner wishes to construct a 60-foot by 80-foot accessory building, so 4,800 square feet on the subject property. The height is 26 feet as measured from grade to peak. The exterior appearance of the accessory building will be premium pro-rib steel panels for the exterior cladding. The color palette will match to the greatest extent possible that of the existing 22-foot by 20-foot accessory building, which is the detached garage on the accessory property. The proposed accessory building will be used for the storage of personal items. The petitioner will be removing the existing 30-foot by 50-foot barn and silo that's currently located on the property prior to construction. The petitioner has already removed the 8-foot by 8-foot concrete block building from the subject property. The accessory buildings are permitted accessory use in the A5 mini farm district, subject to review and approval by the Town of Vernon Plan Commission. For planning comments, the location of the proposed accessory building is no closer to any lot line than the principal structure is, so it is located in the rear of the property. With regard to the total number of accessory buildings allowed on the property, once the barn and silo are raised and removed from the subject property, the petitioner will only have the existing 22-foot by 20-foot accessory building, which is the detached garage, and then the proposed 60-foot by 80-foot accessory building on the property. So once the barn and silo are raised and then the construction of the new building, he'll have 2 on the property, so he will be in compliance with the section of our ordinance. With regard to the maximum aggregate square footage of accessory buildings, because he does have 7 acres, he's allowed up to 3% of the total lot area, which equates to a little over 9,000 square feet of accessory building. With the existing accessory detached garage and the proposed accessory building, he's well under the 9,000 square foot allowance. With regard to the height, in our A5 mini farm district, you're allowed up to 18 feet in height for an accessory building. However, we do have the height provision that says for every additional height, or every additional foot in height you have to be an additional foot from your side and rear yard setback. In this case, he would have to be a total of 38 feet from the side and rear lot line to accommodate the 26 feet in height that he wants. And the location of the proposed accessory building on the plat of survey does comply with that. So I did put together a staff recommendation. If the Plan Commission so chooses tonight, I wrote a recommendation for approval subject to 12 conditions, and there are standard conditions. First one is that the accessory building shall not exceed 4,800 square feet in size and 26 feet in height. 2 is that the accessory building be constructed in accordance with the plans, site plan, and documents that are presented to the Plan Commission today. 3rd is that he just complies with the requirements of the accessory buildings. 4 is that he complies with the height requirement regulation. 5 is that he complies with the requirements of the A5 mini farm district. 6 is that the building cannot be located closer than 38 feet to the side and rear property lines to accommodate for the additional height. 7 is that a deed restriction be placed on the property, that the building cannot be used for agricultural, commercial, or industrial purposes. Number 8 is that the existing barn and silo be raised and removed from the property prior to the issuance of a building permit for the new accessory structure. 9 is that he obtains all the proper permits. And then 10, we do have comments from the town attorney already. And then 11 and 12 are professional fees and payment of charges be paid in full. So with that, I will turn it back over to you, Mr. Chairman, and entertain any questions of you or the Plan Commission.
Okay, thank you. Is the petitioner here? Could you come up, please? State your name and address.
Name is Charlie Jones, W262 South 8630 Oakdale Drive.
Okay. This accessory building that you're going to build here now, is this strictly for your own personal storage, or
Yes.
you're not going to be running a business?
No, I don't got an auto shop in Waukesha, so
What do you do for an occupation?
mechanic.
Could we put that as a condition in there?
We have it as...
It's a deed restriction.
Yep, we have the deed restriction, which is number 7. that it can't be used for agricultural, commercial, or industrial purposes. It's a standard condition that we place on all of our accessory buildings. So at any time in the future, if we do get any kind of a complaint from a neighbor that may assume that there's a business that's going on, Vince has the right to contact the petitioner, do the inspection. If we do find out that a business is operating, then we would follow our violation procedures.
Okay. Commissioners?
Okay, actually, Jerry, we're not, this is not a conditional use we're referring to, correct, Randall?
No, this is just a standard accessory building.
Because you mentioned, Vince checking if there are neighbor complaints. I would assume within that A5, you're forbidden to have a home type business, repairing vehicles as such.
I mean, he always has the right, if he wanted to come back in the future, to request a limited family business.
But I mean, not within the present A5, correct?
I could look. I don't know if it's a permitted or a conditional use in the A5 district. He may have the right to come back and request that. He's not requesting it now.
No, that's what I'm saying though. As it is now, if it's approved, it would not allow for repair of other individuals' vehicles.
That is correct. That is correct.
The other question I had is, am I right that, is this attached to the dwelling?
No.
I was over there and you've got a massive, that massive concrete looks like a...
That's a pad, for the patio.
Oh, because it looks like there's a drain in there.
That's for, electric. I'm gonna put a little, like a, with it, so we can have, a switch out there.
Okay, so the built, and then there's no grading been done preliminary for the outbuilding, correct?
No, it's gonna be built right on where the barn.
Oh, it is,
So-
right in
so
that
the-
footprint?
Yeah.
Okay.
The corner closest to the garage, that's the closest corner, and then go off.
Because I was looking and looking, there's this
Yeah.
massive concrete.
No.
Oh.
Well, that's just a wall. Our basement has been leaking for years, and we just finally decided to get some money and fix it.
Had to ask.
Yeah.
Why the need for the 28 feet in height? Is it gonna be a two-story inside there, loft or something?
Well, I would just want to have it the height so I can, need kind of vehicle on there, like if I get a camper or something.
Merle, anything?
No, my question was answered, where's it going to be, because we have the present barn. I didn't see that in the paper, or I missed it.
Ms. Johnson? Anything? Is there a motion? Everything's in order. The county signed off on the septic,
11 conditions, the 12.
so
I'll make a motion to approve the accessory building for Charlie Jones based on 12 recommendations from the planner.
I'll second.
any more discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Ayes have it.
Charlie, from here, what you can do is you can come and meet with Karen. She'll give you the zoning and building permit application.
He's got that all done.
Is that got it all done?
Yep.
Right, do we
So
have
we'll-
those, have those
I'll
been
make
sent
sure-
over to Sean?
I'll make sure, I'll double check to make sure Sean's got everything.
Okay, then we can get moving, probably as early as tomorrow or Friday, we can get moving on the zoning permit and stuff, so.
So is there a separate permit to take the barn down? Or is it
Yeah.
with
Yeah, work with Vince, he has a raising permit that, you can get from him.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
thanks.
thank you.
Got away without singing, Charlie.
What's that?
You got away without singing.
Thank you for that.
Jamie, I just had one question under point 2, not pertaining to your request, but point 2A, Roman numeral 4, the applicable requirements of Waukesha County zoning ordinance are satisfied in all respects. Why is that in there? We're not under Waukesha County zoning since he's not in shoreline, or
Where are you looking at?
this is page 2,
Page 2 of,
top of, page 2 of your staff review.
okay,
that we just done.
Okay.
Top is number 2, then paragraph A, go down to Roman numeral 4. It says the applicable requirements of the Waukesha County zoning ordinance are satisfied in all respects.
yeah, what I did is I copied and pasted that out of the town zoning ordinances. We haven't changed the town zoning ordinance to reflect Town of Vernon zoning code, so that's all I did is I just copied the exact
Oh,
verbiage out of our ordinances, so we should make.
Yeah, there's some cleanup we have to do
Yeah.
on that ordinance in several areas.
So no, that's a good catch. All I did is I cut and pasted from the website.
So we're gonna have to do that how far into the future?
Well, that's something that Karen could probably do, or the zoning committee could do. It's just a matter of updating section 125-10. I don't think it really requires my assistance.
Nope. I thought that was zoning, because we have touch-ups in the zoning code, but he's talking about 125?
This is chapter 125, yeah.
Got it.
Thanks.
Yep.
All right, item B, request from the town of Vernon's building inspector for plant commission review for the following. Now, I just wanted, Jamie, asked that, you all know that he has not got anything to do with this, but we may have some questions for him. This is not any type of a request from one of the owners, this is put on his comments. So he will be, I think he should be here if we have some questions for him, I don't know. A couple of these are pretty long-winded, one's for the dome and one's for the accessory building, but Vince has got the questions, but Jamie will be on our dime now, just so you guys know.
Yeah, there probably will be some interaction between you and I.
That's what I'm thinking. So, when we get Pearl's bill, we go, what's all this, Jamie? Then we don't hammer him for it.
I just want to be upfront.
Bill's gonna cry now.
That's the gist of it.
I'm looking right at
So, I'll just proceed then. Okay, item B, request from the town of Vernon building inspector for planning commission review for the following. Item 1, a Laguna dome to cover a swimming pool for the property located at South 72 West 26440 Kings Peak, Waukesha, owned by Gerard and Valerie Stoddard. Are the Stoddards here at all?
It's Studer.
Studer. Okay. Would you please come up?
Oh, I thought Vince was going there. Vince, are you gonna talk from there?
Yeah.
Well, they can share the desk. Pull your chair up there, Vince.
Why don't I go first and kind of give you an overview?
All right.
Works for me. Okay, so periodically from time to time, when we have something unique or something that's new, I will go to the plan commission, have them take a look at this. So what this is, he's got a built-in swimming pool. He already received a permit for his pool, so he's looking for an accessory. It's not really an accessory structure, but a dome that goes over his existing pool, which extends the time frame that he can utilize the pool. He's also gonna have some pool components underneath it. He's gonna have a hot tub underneath it. He's gonna shelter some of his equipment that he uses for it. So I don't have a problem or an issue with it at all, but because it's new and it's kind of unique, I brought it to the attention of the planning commission, just to take an overview on it. He meets all of our criteria. He meets the snow load. He meets the wind load for any type of building, a single family dwelling, 30 pounds per square foot snow load, 20 pounds per square foot of wind load. So that's the same as a house. So this is quite a substantial, building, just not something that's just temporarily put on. And my understanding is we had talked, is it is operational, so he can open it up, close it up in the summertime, he can open it up, but as the weather becomes inclement, he'll be able to utilize the pool for a longer period of time. I think that was his main objective there. So I don't have a problem with it myself and all, but it's just a unique situation. So I thought I'd kind of get some opinion from you, just to give you a heads up on what it is.
Commissioners. Any comments?
So I don't have a problem with it either. Some say we gotta worry about an accessory building matching the house, but when it's pretty much all clear, I don't see how you can be expected to match the house.
I believe this is gonna be something that's coming up, because I have had several inquiries about these type of products. So it's gonna be something that we're gonna see in the future, so that's why, when I bring it to you guys now, we take a look at it, it kind of, resolve any of the other ones that come before me later on.
And is there a difference if it be attached to the house versus freestanding in the categorizing the structure?
Well, if you remember when we had the Huck store property off of Lookout, we had gone through our accessory building ordinance and we had changed that. So we had said that anything associated with the pool, whether it's a building used for equipment, whether it's subsequent building that's used for recreational, that was not going to be considered a detached accessory structure. So this really doesn't fall under that detached accessory structure. It does meet all the requirements, all the offset setbacks. He's fine with all that. So it's just a unique situation.
I was just thinking if someone were to put this over their patio to use it year round, there's no pool.
You could.
If it's attached to the house, then it's really not considered
If you
a...
look at this brochure and you look at some, it is consistent with some of the things that you're seeing now for 3-season and actually even 4-season rooms. That would go, instead, in lieu of, a conventional frame building or addition, it would go around the house.
Just out of curiosity, what's the R value of the glass?
I don't have that answer.
I mean, how warm is it going to be in the winter? Yeah.
Well, there is a person who actually owns the exact model that we're getting. Her and her husband bought it like 15 years ago. And Valerie and I went and looked at her model, her existing features. Her husband swims from Easter Sunday until Thanksgiving dinner. Every morning before he goes to work, he swims laps in the pool. And then after Thanksgiving dinner, they shut down the pool for winter, and Good Friday, they started back up again for the season. So instead of you only being able to use your swimming pool in Wisconsin, July and August, now you're able to use it 8 months out of the year.
So you still won't use it during December, January, February?
The pool equipment would freeze, the pumps and all that.
It's not keeping it that warm?
I'm assuming it won't. I don't want to pay the electric bill either.
So the Laguna model that you're looking at, is this also retractable where it can slide back, or is this more stationary?
No, it slides back. You can open, every panel is 7 foot 6 inches wide, and you can move just one panel, or you can move, all of them one way, all of them the other way. Take 3 this way, take 3 that way, and they're on tracks like your bedroom closet doors on the ground. And even in the brochure, or if you go out to the internet, they show a young lady or a child just pushing it, and then they have locks that they lock in place so that they don't get blown around otherwise.
So Vince, another question I have is, systems like this, will this also qualify for having a fence around it for safety purposes if people have these?
Not the way our ordinance is written.
So you still need a fence.
And that's always been a question, not only this, but I believe you got a pool cover that automatically comes down,
Yes.
comes out, and then it locks in place, it can hold like 10 people.
Yes.
Look, some of the communities are going, in lieu of fences, they're allowing those particular type of pool covers. Those are great when they're inactive, but if they're left open then, and you have no fence, then that can be a problem. So there aren't a whole lot of communities that do a pool cover like that. So our fence is still
Is still
in
required.
place. Yep,
Okay.
yep. He's aware of that.
Yeah.
You have full fencing.
Yeah.
Is that all plexiglass or what is that?
It is a plexiglass type material. The sides of it are clear so that you can see out, people can see in, and the top of it is opaque, so like if a bird poops on it, you're not seeing the bird poop. But it's a very thick plexiglass, and that's where you get
That's where you
the
get
wind and the snow and
wind and the snow. So like I say, Jeff asked the question, it's comparable to an addition that you put on you know, for 3 seasonal, 4 seasonal.
So would we consider this fence in the category of an outbuilding?
No.
We will not, for sure.
Because we changed our ordinances. And we looked that up yesterday, we made a reference to it, so.
Does this square footage go to the square footage that's allowable on that property?
Well, I mean, again, it doesn't fall under the accessory building, so we're not looking at square footage. Now, we probably still would look at it from an impervious surface floor area ratio.
The permit is in place for the impervious surface area and the ground, so our zoning permit is already issued. We went through all that, I think, so this was just the last key of the project.
Vince, we did download some pictures from the property in Menominee Falls that has this exact model, and the Plan Commission members had that in their packet also.
I was wondering where you get the pictures from.
Menominee Falls.
I said, how do you have it done already?
Surprise!
Are there any other comments from the commissioners? Bill?
Oh, I see no problem with it at all, it's just pretty very helpful for us.
How will the assessor deal with this?
We'll do something with it.
When I asked the question about a pool, and they said that your taxes were gonna go up probably $200-300 for the year. But the dome wasn't a thought at that time. Valerie and I inherited we're raising 2 grandchildren, and we thought that having a pool would be nice to us. And then being able to use it 8 months out of the year would be, instead of having a cabin up north or a motor home or a boat, we thought we'd spend the money on the backyard.
That's nice.
Well, all their friends are all excited about it.
That's what I was just thinking, you're gonna need a house.
Another question, have your neighbors approached you on this as far as?
We've talked to all the neighbors, and they're all, no one seems to have a problem with it. They're all, you know, as a matter of fact, the neighbor 3 doors down, they wanna have an in-ground pool too. Which made my boss happy because he's the one who installed it.
The back of your yard there's nothing, you know, it just goes into
Farmland and marsh.
farmland and marsh, and, yeah, so, yeah.
Well, and that was part of the thing, is that no one's ever gonna build behind us. It's a beautiful lot.
So, is there a motion, commissioners?
I note that we approve the request for construction of a Laguna Dome to the property located South 72, West 26440, Kings Peak, Waukesha.
As presented this evening?
I'm sorry?
As presented this evening, Bill?
Correct, thank you. best presented.
I'll make a motion to second that.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
So we get to see a live demo?
When's the party?
I was told that was conflict of interest.
I don't have a problem with it.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Item 2, compatibility review of accessory building for property located at West 263 South 7415 Green Mountain Drive, Waukesha. Gary and Deborah Hoffman. Are the Hoffmans here?
I am Gary.
Come up, please.
I am Gary Hoffman. Address is W263 S7415 Green Mountain Drive.
Okay. Vince?
Okay, Gary proposes a detached accessory structure. He meets all the criteria as far as his location, size, etc. He has 2 detached accessory structures, the combined aggregate square footage of both those detached accessory structures. Meets our requirement, offsets requirement, meets everything. He has a kind of a uniqueness to his property just because of the architectural components of his home. So, this is another situation where I just wanted to bring it to the attention because it is something that's rather different. But he meets in my opinion, he meets the architectural compatibility with his house. You're gonna have, in the house, you've got stucco on the house right now, and the proposed finish on that, on the accessory building is stucco.
The exact same stucco, right? Yep.
Correct.
Same color, everything, even the same shingles that we just put on the house, so.
Just reshingle the house, everything's gonna be the same, it's just that it is, I don't know if any of the commissioners, you got the pictures, if anybody went out there, it's just a different style.
Earl had a chance to.
Yeah, I stopped there today. He just saw me, stopped there, came up and talked to me. Of course, I know his wife before that, she came from the other direction.
Well, it was interesting because whenever somebody stopped, it's usually because they're looking for something. So we're like, hey, can I, help you find something? Well, it's like, no, I found you.
Where exactly is this gonna go in relation to the house now? I'm kind of confused by the pictures.
His house is basically on the point, on the intersection and the face of the intersection point. So his house faces the intersection, and it's gonna be on the right-hand side of that, in the side rear portion of the yard. It's clearly located and Jamie and I had discussions on this, clearly located in the rear yard, side yard area. And he does meet, there are only, one of the conditions I had on my permit, or will have on my permit, is a setback you just gotta verify through a survey that will
Right.
meet the minimum offset required for 50 feet. And I think we're proposing 52. So everything else meets the criteria, but just because of the uniqueness of it, I prefer to the planning commission.
The survey that you guys are looking at right now is an official survey from a surveyor that we had done, so we knew that the location of the building was appropriate for the setback.
Looks like it's been staked out, correct?
Yes, it's staked out.
Okay.
And it's just used for additional storage, there's no, it's gonna be like another driveway or anything?
No, there'll be no driveway. We may end up attaching our sidewalk that goes around the house to it, but that's just for convenience, so we're not walking through the grass. But yeah, there's no driveway or anything like that.
And he will, because it's over 900 square feet, any detached accessory structure, it's the same as always, any detached accessory structure over 900 square feet has a deed restriction attached to it, and they already signed it, it's all in place, where it can be used for personal storage, personal use only, no commercial storage or business activity.
So has Waukesha County Health done their thing yet out there?
I'm sorry?
Waukesha County Health Department, have they been out,
Oh, for the septic? Yeah, they've already approved that, yeah.
And we already have the deed restriction, it's been filed and it's already documented, it's in our office.
Deed restrictions in place, the
Yes.
permits in place, everything's in place.
so I guess I'm not quite sure what we're voting on today.
Well, it's just the compatibility issue as far as just the uniqueness of the color of the house and everything, you know. It's just, you know, I mean, it's not your average house, and you can see, well, you know, the subdivision, that's what's here.
Again, the question, I have neighbors know what you're doing.
Generally speaking, yeah, I mean, we chat, you know, here and there, we talk about the fact we're gonna be putting up a building in the corner and, you know, nobody's really had an issue with it. You know, we've been there, like I was telling you earlier today, we've lived there for 27 years, so it's not like we're some, you know, new kids on the block coming in, we're gonna tear the place up. We've, you know, got good standing, long-term, relationships with our neighbors, so there's no issue that way. It was about 17 years ago that we changed the outside of our house to the stucco, so it's not like that was brand new and then we're gonna be adding this building also, you know.
How's that stucco hold?
It's been great. It has a 25-year warranty and it's as solid as it was when we first put it up. So, you know, that was 17 years ago, so I'm thinking it's gonna last a long, long
You know,
time.
I've seen 2 other houses this summer that are doing that. They had tongue and groove cedar siding on there,
Mm-hmm.
the lap siding, they pulled that off and now they're putting the stucco on.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
One
like
of
how
them's
it
in
looks.
Franklin in a pretty well-to-do neighborhood too,
Yeah.
so. Yeah, if this other building is gonna be that way, I don't have a problem. So is there a motion?
I make the motion to approve, Mr. Huffman's new building. I don't know what, all the conditions that Vince was talking about.
It's just concurring with the building commissioner for architectural
Yep.
intent of the ordinance.
I mean, the building's gonna match the home.
Right.
That's one of the criteria we have in
This, and this is your recommendation to the town board?
Yes,
Okay, just wanted to clarify.
you bet.
Second motion?
All right, any more discussion? No more discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
So, Mr. Hoffman, this is going to be on the chairman will place this on the agenda for the 21st, the Plan Commission's recommendation to the town board.
Okay, so can I get the building permit right away or do I have to wait now?
Well, you do have a quorum of the board, but
Okay.
Jamie's got a
Okay,
question.
perfect.
Go ahead, Jay.
Well, I guess I just want to raise, I'm looking at chapter 125-10. It says compatibility, it says all accessory buildings shall be construed in such a way that the exterior appearance is compatible with the building, principal building on the parcel. Determination of compatibility should be made by the building inspector. If the building inspector determines that the proposal is not compatible, the applicant may appeal to the town plan commission. In this case, Vince had made the determination that he wanted someone other than himself to make the determination of compatibility, or at least comply or agree with his determination, and it appears that the way our ordinance is written, that is the town plan commission. So I don't really know that it has to go to the town board. Not saying that it doesn't, that it can't, it's just that we're now setting a precedent that in the future, if Vince has the same question, we're gonna have to take it to the town plan commission and then also the town board. So unless you feel otherwise, my interpretation of the ordinance is that it's really the plan commission that needs to either agree or disagree with Vince, and then
Well,
it stays here.
We've got a quorum here unless somebody really, you know, has a problem with it. Even if the other two.
I'd rather see Merle amend his motion where it doesn't go to the town board.
Yeah, and the only reason I stated that in the attorney's comments and in his verbal comments, he said it had to go to the town board. But
I think he's misreading the ordinance.
I'm not getting between you two.
We had this discussion.
Yeah, for an hour and a half.
So it's gonna go to the town board, cause I'm not gonna waste any more of the town's money on that.
So that's next week, Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. It's one
Do
more
I
week.
need to, should I be present for that as well?
If you wish,
Okay.
we can, when we make the agenda, put in first.
Okay.
So
6
you can be
o'clock.
first, 6 o'clock, first in, first out.
Okay. Sounds good.
All
Thank you.
right.
Then,
Was that unanimous? Did you guys vote on it?
Yeah.
Okay, and it was unanimous?
Unanimous, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I be excused? now?
Yes, you can. Do we need Jamie anymore? We got minutes and we've got,
that's it.
I think that should be it for you also,
All right,
Jamie.
thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you, Mr. Rubarczyk.
Thank you for coming. Approval of plan commission minutes.
They noticed that I was left off and
Megan, I'm putting you in right away. How rude.
Good after you miss one meeting.
I'm just going up to make sure you're in here now.
Yeah, for a raise of less than one.
You're in this, I can see you here now, Megan. You're in this minutes. Sorry, Megan.
Oh, that's okay.
Thank you, Jamie. So is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes as amended with Megan's name.
I'll second.
Any more discussion? Nothing, Bill?
I've got to abstain, I wasn't in.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for asking.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Mr. Chairman, I just wanted to send our condolences to the Craig family. Randy Craig, who served on the Plan Commission for quite a few years, passed away. He also served on the Fox River Commission, and just wanted to send the town of Vernon's sympathies and condolences to his family.
All right. Okay, that's all we have. Adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Meeting adjourned at 6:40.